Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter back at you guys again. I think I did a video on, pretty sure I did a while ago, a video on how to make 3M mask. So what I have here is a 3M mask. It's a n95 version of a 3M mask. And they pretty much are supposed to just keep the air particles from passing through. Now, you're not going to get 100% because 100% you can't breathe. So 99.9, 99.7 is good. The key to it is you don't want light to pass through. So what I do is, this 3M mask here is the same 3M mask here. Now, this mask is probably, it's going to be changed. So I'm going to change it right now to show you what I do. It looks dirty, looks like it's no good. It's all the dirt and grime from me working yesterday and all the dirt that was passing through. That's me grabbing it, pinching it like this, taking it off, putting it back on type thing. And that's what that's from. But you'd be surprised how much dirt actually transfers to your mask when you're using it. So this mask here, believe it or not, is wow. It's about 3 weeks old. You say, wow, you wear the mask 3 weeks old? But watch this. Let me show you what I do. Let's take this, put over here, so you guys can see what takes place with this mask. So these are clips, obviously. They hold this thing in here. So I'm gonna take these off, and I try to switch these masks up. I kind of alternate them so it's not the same exact mask every single day. Now I'm gonna take this off. You see that? I took this thing off, and I took this one off. And this is where all the dirt is. The actual mask itself may have a little debris on it, but not as much from the outside. So basically all this took the blunt of my mask. You see all that grease, grime, whatever it is, air particles, that's from the inside. So that tells you what potentially was on my face or whatever the case may be. So now I'm just gonna put a new liner in it. I call it a liner because it's just paper towels, and these are 2-ply. So got two 2-ply towels. So not only you have the N95 mask, but you have this on the inside and one on the outside. There's no specific way to do this. I usually like to start from the inside and just kind of cup this in here like that. But you know what I want to do for the middle. Cup it in like this and just fold it. I always have to readjust it once I get it on there because it never comes out 100% the way you want it. So put that first clip on as a space holder. Kind of bend it over the crown on the outside. Put the second clip on there and do it all the way around. Just kind of give yourself a little, because you got to keep in mind this is where your mouth is going to be at. So you want to give yourself some space. You don't want to be tight around the mouth. And right there. So now that I got this all pushed in, which is pretty good. I can always push it a little bit more if I need to. Now go to the outside. Outside, same way. And make sure your straps are on the side. And this thing is 2-ply. So, you know, 2 of these, which would be 4 plies, is enough to stop a lot of particles. And that's pretty much what the N95 mask is. You want little light passing through. If you have no light passing through, then you're probably not going to be able to breathe. but you're going to have a little bit of light passing through, like a little glimmer of light. So do the same thing on the outside. Just kind of fold this, go on the same side over here, fold it over, and once you get this on, I usually tweak it up a little bit too. But it's to your own preference, you know, to your liking, to your desire. Sometimes I have two, so I don't have to do this right away. I switch out the other one real quick. And then this one, later on, I can just redo this one over. So, basically, you can kind of fold this in too if you have to. It doesn't really matter. This is the straps, which right there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's my mask. If I want to, I can always tape that in there too if I really wanted to, but that doesn't matter because that's all gonna be inside anyway. So once you pretty much put your little covering on it, you're good to go. And that's it. You know, now you have your replacement covering of the N95 mask. Now these clips, I always keep these in. It would be a good idea to just take these off and spray them down with alcohol, let them dry, so there's no germs or bacteria on those things. And you just put it on like a regular mask. Let me just put it on real quick, since I'm going to be the one wearing it anyway. And a lot of my videos, I'm outside with a mask on like this, just walking around. Make sure this is covered up. This is covered up. Everything is pretty good. Straps to where they should be at. And that's it. The thing is, you just don't want no air coming through. As long as you got no air coming through the sides, and this is resting on your face nice and firm, and all the air is coming through here. As you can see, I can breathe pretty good, not starving for breath. So that works out pretty good. Now, in the event that these straps do break, because these straps don't last forever, I have these little bungee cords, and they work pretty fine. You gotta self-adjust them to the right length you want them. So I designed this one for my upper strap. This is for my lower strap, and all I do with that is these clips just replace these straps. So if in the event that these straps break, these clips will just kind of quick fix, hook on here, and now this goes around the top of my head, like so. And then I put the bottoms around the back, the bottom the same exact way, just clip, and bam, ready to go. So you got to be creative. You know, this N95 mask, if I use it the right way, I could get a lot of uses out of this. And there's no right way and wrong way, as long as you're not breathing directly outside air. And this, you know, this is like 2 days of me wearing this, but I don't know if you guys can see that there's a lot of grime on this thing. There's a lot of it's from me pinching my mask up here and pulling it down, but that's only here. But this part here, there's a lot of dirt there. That's a lot of dirt. And you know, some of it could be the oil on my face, but a lot of it is just in the air. You know, when you sweat, your body collects a lot of particles that's floating around in the air. I'm going to do another one of these while I get you guys on the video. So this is a regular N95 mask again. Nothing spectacular, just a regular N95 mask. I got these paper towels. You know, now the reason why there's probably a shortage of paper towels, or not really a shortage, but everybody's buying them, because maybe they're making an N95 mask. No, who knows? Technically, all you need is paper towels, and about, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that much blocking of the light is enough to stop the particles. Because you got four. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Four of these is enough to keep your. And matter of fact, this is even better than a surgical mask, to believe it or not. When you are collecting all those particles through here, the surgical mask, I don't have one right here. I got a surgical mask somewhere. But the surgical mask is not as protective as this is. And the reason why I say that, because the surgical mask allows a lot more particles to pass through. I just know that. I don't have to do no research on it. You can tell by just putting one on and using it that the surgical mask does not do 100%. Well, nothing does 100%, but does not do as great, we should say, as an N95 mask. And same thing here. We're going to just cup it in. Just kind of give it a little cup in type thing. There's no, like I said, there's no right and wrong way to do this when it comes to your self-protection. The only wrong way is not protecting yourself at all. If you put something on your face that's going to prevent you from getting sick or coming down with something, then you're doing it the right way. I heard them, I'm not sure if it was the CDC and the government, they were trying to debate, should it be a mandatory wearing of the mask. Well, if you want to save lives, yes, it should be mandatory. If you don't care about lives, just say, no, don't make it mandatory. Common sense will tell you to put a mask on. Now, there's a debate now, like what's common sense and what's not common sense. Some people don't have it, some people do. That's a big thing going on there. Common sense would be your natural sense of understanding and knowing what things are and how they operate. Now, the problem with that is a lot of people don't really have, I don't want to say common sense, because common sense could be kind of described as education, and it's not the same thing. Education and common sense are two different things. Common sense is just something like, okay, you see a flame. Your common sense should tell you that flame is hot. Now, not everybody has that, because not everybody has the ability to think and say the flame is hot. So now what you got to do is you got to say, okay, does this person have the education of knowing that flame is hot? Because keep in mind, when babies are born, they see a flame, they don't know that flame is hot. So curiosity is that they want to touch it to find out what it is. Now, once the baby gets their hand burned, hopefully, and we're going to say hopefully now, because not everybody does this, they learn their lesson not to touch it again. Now, if you touch it again, pretty much you're going to get the same result. If you keep touching it, you get a worse result from the first result. Now, knowing not to touch it anymore is when you develop common sense. If you do not learn not to touch it anymore, you don't develop common sense. Does that make sense? Because now common sense tells, unless you want your hand to get burned all the time, which I don't think most people want their hands to get burned all the time. Not saying that they're not people who do. Some people enjoy pain. But the average person does not want to have their hand burned over and over and over again. So that's where the common sense comes in, is when you kind of know something and you understand it, and then you act accordingly to what you know. Now, not everybody knows how viruses are spread. So that's the problem there. Like a lot of young kids don't know well, not necessarily they don't know. They probably never had their parents tell them, hey, when you get in the house, wash your hands and face. My mother used to make us wash our hands and face every time we came in the house. As a matter of fact, we still practice that now. Come inside the house, Wash your hands and face up to your elbows. And the reason why you do that is because you're going to get all the germs and bacteria off. And if you don't, you will have a problem. So this is gonna be my secondary mask. I think I made this too short on this. I can always extend it over though. But this is gonna be my secondary mask here. I'm just doing this just to have this as a backup. But I might do it over to my liking, but for the time being, that's gonna be my secondary mask. I might do that over. I'll see. But actually probably not, because I still can just tuck this under. So basically I want to give you guys an idea. Like n95 mask, that's what you want. You want to protect yourself. This one I just got to tuck under more tightly and get it going. But be creative. This is an older mask here, but it still could be used, but I'm not going to use it right now. This is a mask without, that's how the N95 mask will look without that protection on it. That's maybe 2 days. And a lot of this stuff is just for me pulling back and forward. So that goes to show how much dirt is actually on my hands. That's why they say wash your hands and your face, because your face collects a lot of particles. You believe it, you're exposed to that stuff all the time. The other thing you guys should have is, hold on, let me see if I can grab a pair of them. I don't have the bigger pair, but they're in the other room. But you should have some goggles. These goggles are just basic goggles, basic safety goggles. The other, I think I did a video already on that. The goggles that come all the way around, I have those in the other room, but they protect your face a little bit more better from splashes and everything. But have a pair of goggles. Gloves, mask, goggles. That's primarily what you need out there, because you're trying to use all the personal protective gear that you could think of at this time. And we're in the second day of this city of Boston lockdown. I don't want to call it lockdown. Call it a curfew, which they should have had started a long time ago. So today's April the 4th. And guys, just be safe out there. Protect yourself. I'm going to do the best I can. And hopefully you guys do as well. Till next time, guys. Nez the Porter signing out.